Hello everyone and welcome
Hello everyone, welcome back to
the Average Blokes Podcast, where we on this show try to prove that we're above average. And to prove that with me is my good friend here, Troy. How are you going, Troy?
You just keep making good thanks. You just keep making up as you go along, don't you?
I feel like this is the concrete one.
What's the new next one going to be? Welcome to the Average Bloke Podcast, where we are anything but above average.
Well, I mean, last time I did this, we did this. You were saying, "Oh, but you're like, I'm above average. What are you talking about?" So, you know,
that's called a bit.
Oh, this is the running bit, of course. Yeah,
that was a bit.
No,
that
you're
was
right.
Literally a bit.
No, you're right. 100%.
I'm the most average. No one's as average as me. I'm like biscuits and crackers. Wait, biscuits and crackers.
What a
average.
What a crack up.
Cheese and biscuits, cheese and crackers. That's
This
a good
chat's
question.
getting crackers. Okay, all right. Stop there. Just stop.
Is it the British? Is it the British that call them biscuits, or are they called crackers?
No. So British we call them biscuits, right? And then in England,
Right.
in the US they call them
Right.
cookies. Call them cookies.
They call them cookies. I'm pretty sure they're. Well, no. See, I'm not going to get into this discussion.
Well, you know what? We will get onto that later on.
They are called cookies in America.
Yeah,
that is true.
some of this talk we're talking about now is going to come up later, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, Troy, what have you been up to the past week since we last had this chat?
Working.
I mean, that's
I have
average.
been
It's
working.
average. Yeah, working.
Working very hard, supporting my family. No, I took Courtney to the hospital.
Ooh.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't take her to the hospital. I met her at the hospital because she was getting the insert that she had for protection.
Yes, understandable. The average.
She was getting that taken out.
Yeah.
That's right. Most people have one.
Yeah, well, most
But,
females.
But she couldn't drive because they'd used local anaesthetic, so she couldn't move her left arm.
Yep.
So she couldn't drive for the next couple of hours, and we were going to go in the morning. But fortunately, Christian, my mate, was able to drive me back to the hospital to pick up the car. And I had a tiny freak out when I thought, "Oh no, did I leave my phone in the parking lot?" But no, it was in Christian's car.
Okay, that's a relief.
That was my drama of the week. Troy's drama.
So I actually I caught up with a cousin who I hadn't seen in 5 years on Monday, and the surprising thing about also, like, I knew he was coming, so it was good to catch up. But
Clearly, your question was just to lead into mine.
The surprising part.
Clearly, you're like, I'm going to ask Troy first. I'll ask Troy what he's up to. That way, I look polite.
Yeah,
the surprising
I'm
thing.
not a rude prick. So no, but So I saw this cousin for the first time in 5 years, which is far too long, and he surprised me with bringing a gal over. So that's, you know,
a gal.
Yeah, he brought a gal over, which was
He brought a gal.
He's got a girlfriend, which is.
He brought a Sheila, as the Americans simply always say.
Yeah, if you knew some of what my cousins were like, you'd be like, oh, how the heck are they going to go after, like, when they grow up? And
I imagine your cousins are the kind of people that use the term Sheila a lot.
Kind of, yeah, probably.
Oh, she's all right. She's a good group.
Okay, you probably wouldn't say that far, but.
I was riding the tractor. I can imagine you grew up in a country town, so I imagine your cousins worked on a farm for most of their lives.
Not wrong.
And they went to the city and they were like, the car. Where are the keys? It doesn't take keys? What?
It's kind of funny because when he came to Melbourne, he let his girlfriend drive around because she's from here, and so like he wouldn't cope. He wouldn't cope at all, let alone.
He's like, I was gonna say, he's like me. He hates driving in the city.
Yeah,
I avoid it like the plague.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's yeah. But anyway, it was good to see him again. Like 5 years was the last time I saw him, and that was when it was my wife's and I wedding. So yeah, 5 years, and time flies because he's got. Well,
I would have met him then.
He's somehow gotten taller, even though he's past that age of when you're supposed to be stopped growing.
How old is he? Isn't he like he's probably 20?
He's 27, 27, I'd say.
And he's still growing. What the heck is wrong?
I mean, I say that
14?
because I haven't seen him in 5 years, so
Oh, true. So he probably hasn't gotten bigger. You probably just think he's gotten bigger.
Just because I haven't seen him in ever. But anyway.
Maybe he grew in other ways, like you did.
Well, I mean, he's a stick.
Well, then he probably definitely grew in other ways.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. So yeah, that was good seeing him. But that's some good little small talk there. Really score you high on the small talk level.
Small talk's supposed to be like 2 minutes. I think we spent half the podcast talking about your cousin.
We could go on about small talk forever, but yeah. No, today we are going to be getting to some fun here, I reckon. If you're watching on the YouTube or the Twitch, you see this thing on this thing here. It's my new pop filter. So someone's like, oh, if you have a sock, just use a sock. So I did. I went to my wardrobe where I have all this miscellaneous stuff, and there's an odd sock there. So this odd sock is being my pop filter.
You're so smart, Jackson.
Yeah, it's like what is yours?
I'm like, I got noddy. This is a sock.
Oh, it's a sock. Okay.
It's another sock.
It's an odd sock. Is it an odd sock? Looks like an odd sock.
No, it's actually my wank sock.
Typical average bloke.
Well, no, they're so much better because they've been rubbed raw. They're so much better because they've been well used, so there's more gaps for the air to flow.
If you're under 18, switch off now. I recommend just go home, go to bed, whatever you're doing. Just don't be here.
Now you have to blur it. Now you have to blur it.
Censor? No, I'm not going to bother. It's fine.
Censor it. You're going to censor it.
Yeah. Okay, so I think what we're doing tonight on this show, I've got a few things to bring up for Troy. Troy might have something to talk about. I'm not entirely sure. I think he has. He's been doing some research on something, so I'm kind of excited to see what he's done his research on, because who knows?
Oh, research, yes, yeah. Lots of research, looking at photos and browsing, and very much a lot of research. Didn't just look at Gunny's little thing he showed me. Didn't just look at that computer again.
Okay. Is it gone up again? Is the price gone up again?
Since I last checked, no, but it could go up another $50, could drop another $50.
Well.
Like that's just how the market works.
True that. All right, so
I bet you someone
who wants to go? Who wants to go first? You want to go first about your thing, or do you want me to go first?
I mean, you go first, because that way my thing isn't really a thing yet, if at all.
That's fine. All right.
And, we'll just use it for time filling if we need to.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about, we've already touched on it at the start there, talking about what do Americans call biscuits or whatever. So I want to talk about, because I have a lot of online friends that are from America and they still don't know what's right, what's wrong about Australia. So
oh my goodness. They like to, according to what some Americans, because I listen to a podcast that these American guys do, they think that we say light instead of light. Well, we emphasize our Y, I don't know, our IGHT.
Well,
so instead of light, it's light.
So I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good first example.
And I'm like that works when you say it's all right.
Yeah. No,
yeah, it's all right.
Good example because so this earlier today I was going through my Facebook feed and there was an article about this I think it was an Australian lady or vice versa. This lady was talking to people in America. She was living there, and she was like getting this information about what people think about America. So what people in America think about Australia. And I went through the article, and it's some pretty average stuff. Some average stuff.
And she boiled tea in the microwave, as she did it.
No. So I went through that list, right? And I thought, okay, that's an average list. I'll go through that list last because this first list, I googled another list. This list gives us the perspective of an American coming to Australia.
Okay, but before you say anything more,
yes, have
you seen the video where I think it was Aussie Man Reviews. He does a review of someone who does a top 10 list.
Oh, no.
It's this American guy who does a top 10 list of like deadly things in Australia. You know what number 5
I've seen that.
3?
Yes. Yeah,
our beaches. We have the most dangerous beaches in the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Deadliest beaches.
Okay, so the first thing this lady has said about coming from America to Australia, let's start with Australia 101. To properly say "G'day, mate," because being Australians, that's what we say. We say "G'day, mate." They recommend don't try an accent. Just say good. Just say good. I might. So,
good eye might.
Good eye might.
Oh.
That's how.
Oh yeah, good eye might.
That's how you sound. If you're American, that's how you
Yeah,
say
good eye
mate.
might. I mean, here's the funny thing. You joke about this, but I've spoken to people who I can't even understand on the train.
Yeah, that's fair. But
they sound a little bit like, oh, it's going to these things, still does the machine. I don't know.
Good eye might.
Like it's just mumbled. Oh, I might.
When I first read this, I'm like, this sounds like Vegemite or Promite, like good eye might. I'm gonna put some good eye might on my bread.
No, Jackson. You see, there's a good eye might.
Aussie kids grew up on good eye might. That's how you get good eyes, because you eat good eye might.
Good eye might gives you good eyes, mate.
The next one is chuck a shrimp on the barbie. We, as Australians, never say that. We call them prawns, and we throw a snag on the barbie. So and then we put it on bread, obviously, and tomato sauce.
Pretty sure you'll find like a billion videos out there of other Australians going like, "That's not what we say."
They put in brackets the Wonder Bread, like the Wonder Brand bread, because that's pretty much everywhere as well. But that was just an interesting thing.
Wonder Brand.
You know the Wonder White bread? I don't know if you've seen. Oh, you probably don't do the shopping properly. When you go to the bread aisle, there's usually a lot of.
Don't do the shopping properly.
I mean, don't worry.
No.
Don't worry.
No, there's nothing like that. Wonder what?
Maybe it's a South Australian thing. Wonder White bread. Yeah.
What?
While you're googling that, number 3, this person says. The thing that they realise that they're living in Australia is the trees. Apparently, the trees we've got different varieties of gum trees, bunya pines, palm trees, and the rose bushes. Apparently, that's a big giveaway to know that they're living in Australia.
I've seen Wonder Bread, but not Wonder White bread.
Maybe I'm thinking of
what's this classic white? Why is it polka dot?
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Is that what you're talking about? The polka dot bread?
I don't know. This is what this American lady said about the bread in Australia. It's called Wonder Bread. I don't know.
I thought their bread was the Wonder Bread.
Yeah. I don't know.
You ever seen that polka dot bread?
Yeah,
the covering.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's not.
Don't know.
How odd.
So yeah, quickly, number 3 point. They say the reason how they know they're living in Australia is because of the trees. Because apparently we've got lots of different gum trees, bunya pines, palm trees, and rose bushes. Apparently that's very Australian as opposed to American. But I guess they don't have gum trees in America.
Lots of trees?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have you seen. I think they got a fair few trees as well.
But none like gums, I guess. But yeah. Point 4, moving to point 4, you have to watch what
drop bears. They don't have drop bears.
No, they fall from the tree. So this person was in an office space, and they overheard someone saying, "Does anyone..."
Be careful what you say, right?
Well, this is. Does anyone have a rubber? Now, in America, a rubber is a condom. I'm pretty sure.
A condom. It's a condom. Yes, it's a condom. Wait,
pencil.
I call it a rubber.
Well, so that's obviously a pencil eraser for us, but over in America, a rubber is called condom, obviously. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's all about context. If you're in like I don't know a film, a special kind of film, and someone goes, "Oh yeah, chuck us the rubber." I mean, you kind of got to. They're not asking for. They're not asking for a pen eraser, or pencil eraser.
No, it's no.
But if you're at school, or in the office, asking for a rubber is perfectly normal.
That's perfectly normal. Yeah, just don't think about it too much.
They call it an eraser. I mean, I suppose that's true.
An eraser. Yeah. Point 5. Food is fresh and fancy as. Apparently, we have lots of good food. Wine is cheap, amazingly cheap. Even they say coffee is not as good as we boast, but like I don't really care.
Oh,
because it's coffee.
Yeah, no. Also, wait, our food is cheap.
It says wine is amazing, even the cheap stuff. So I'm assuming they mean like Carscoon, maybe. I don't know.
I think they mean like crappy foods, like cheap, like. Do they mean cheap as in cheap quality, or cheap as in cost less?
Maybe, yeah, probably. I don't know.
And of course, our food is really, really good. We don't eat shit.
Sugar. We don't put sugar in everything.
No, we just don't eat shit. Yeah. Also, we also don't pump chicken full of so many hormones. It's the biggest thing. Have you seen the size of their chicken?
Yeah,
like a chicken piece.
They beef them up.
They're like got a chicken. Here's a chicken breast, and I'm like, that's the size of a small chicken here.
They ain't a chicken. That's a turkey.
Like no, they're legit. They're. I swear the sizes of their chickens must be the size of our turkeys.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Also, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Number 7. This point 7 was interesting. I skipped point 6
Number
because it wasn't that great.
7.
Number 7. The word tube came up in conversation the other day, and everyone seemed shocked that I pronounced the T as an actual T. So that they're saying, like, when we say like the word tube, like, you know, you bike tire tube, we say it as CH, but then they like say it as a T, like tube. We say tube.
So they don't say tube, but they say tube.
Yeah. I think that's.
We say tube.
Yeah, we say tube.
Or did they? Well, that's because isn't that how it's spelled?
Well, that's the thing.
Isn't it CH?
This is the problem because there's the British English and then there's the American English, right?
Okay, but you see, the difference is one is based off the other.
Yeah. Well, and then they go into and other examples like tuba, tulip, turmeric, tutor. We say tuba, tulip, turmeric, tutor. That's what we say.
Tutor. What do you? Like I can't understand anything you're saying.
I don't know. So like they think like, you know, like a tutor.
I call it turmeric.
Yeah. Well, they're saying like turmeric. Maybe some people say turmeric. Who knows? But anyway.
I call it turmeric, but that's just because it's easier to pronounce.
Yeah.
It's fascinating because we're known for abbreviations, right? But we say tube. Well, they say tube.
Yeah.
Do you see which one's harder to say, tube or tube?
Tube feels like it's harder. Tube sounds more harder, weirdly.
I think there's also the context that a tube is smaller than a tube. Like if you talk about going down if you're at a water park, do you go down a tube or do you go down a tube?
You go on a tube, down a tube.
Yeah, exactly. When you're inside it, it's suddenly a tube. But if it's smaller, it's a tube.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
This person was surprised also that the bathroom stalls, they call them, the toilets are actually private. Well, and clean. Well, some. So like, because we've got the walls, apparently they don't have walls in America? I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Wait, so everyone's... Okay. Oh, yeah, because it's so better. Yeah, here you go, buddy. Oh, yeah, thanks, mate.
They say...
Yeah, let me wipe your ass for you. Yeah, no worries.
They say toilets are actually private, and they say, go figure, huh? There's no gap between the walls and the door, and often the partitions go from the actual floor to the tip of an 8.
No, because I think it's because things are always bigger in America, right?
True. Yeah.
The gaps between the doors and the door hinges are big enough that you can look. Like you don't have to peek through it; you can just look through it.
Yeah.
Like you just take a glance, and it's like, oh, you got to get that checked out.
Yeah.
You should really get that checked out.
Yeah. Point 11 is a funny one. Well, not really funny. It's a debatable, hotly debatable one.
What's the
point 11 is who has the better barbecue, and they say hands down America. American barbecue wins. Apparently they like the slobby ribs, the greasy chicken, the tangy coleslaw, and buttery cornbread and sweet baked beans. Apparently they think they got the better barbecue range, but also they said when they were walking down a supermarket, they were noticing all the barbecue sauces were American made or themed, which is kind of fair enough because we do have a lot of Americanized stuff here in Australia, and like even sauces, we're getting to that point where, like, even in your joint, you've got lots of American sauces. Our friend, what's his name? The Alaskan, Cole. Cole, yeah, he's got lots of...
Cole with a K.
Yeah, Cole with a K and a J.
Joel.
Yeah, but
good mate, Joel.
I'm not wrong, and they're kind of not wrong though, because they use coal for barbecues as opposed to gas, which is it's fair enough. Yeah.
Oh no, well that's not. I mean, we don't really use we just use gas barbecues. We're lazy, but if you want to do a proper one, like you have a spit, you have a spit roast, and you have a proper campfire going. And my dad used to make the best spits. Like he had a portable spit that he'd set up over the campfire, plug in like a massive, like a big lamb roast, and he would just spit roast it. And the drip and all the fat and oil would drip off into the fire, and it would flare up, and it'd get nice charcoaly.
Yep.
But yeah, it really depends on how you do it. But their version of a barbecue, I think, is different to our version of a barbecue.
Yeah.
So
yeah, very different. Point 18 here. I've skipped a few points again because some of them aren't pretty average, boring. Season 18, they say seasons are swapped. Surprise, surprise. When it's summer in America, it's winter in Australia. You live over there, I live over here. But I want to bring this up because one of my Splatoon one of my Splatoon friends was asking me what time it was and what time of the year it is. So like, he's like, "Oh, it's just gone summer for me. It went summer for me like 9 days ago." And I said, "Well, it just gone winter for us 9 days ago." And he's like, "What?
Yeah,
your seasons are inverse?" I'm like, "Are you serious? You did not know this?"
Our toilet flushes the opposite direction. Pee goes into our bodies, poo goes into our bodies, food comes out.
Well, this person did mention about the toilets, but they said they hadn't noticed. Really, they hadn't really taken any notice or care about it.
It flushes the wrong way. I'll tell you something funny. So, you know that Simpsons episode that they did about Australia?
Yeah.
You know the one. It's like the most famous. It's literally the only episode they do about Australia,
yes,
I think.
Yeah, it's the crocodile features in it, and he takes a boot or something, eats the boot or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's quite funny because it really does. It's extreme stereotype. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. But like they flush the toilet right, and it spins in the opposite direction. Like the swirl for it spins in the opposite direction, and then like they've got a special toilet set up in like the US embassy that when you flush it, it starts going the way it would go for us, but it reverses itself.
Yeah.
Like they set up a custom one, and I was just thinking of that, right? How, like, when you flush a toilet, does it ever actually go in a direction, or does it all just come out and go back down? I've never noticed it going in a particular direction.
I think if they debunked that theory that it goes the same way. It's just about how the toilet was made or whatever.
Design, yeah, that would make more sense.
That's all it is. That's all the difference is, yeah.
Oh, it's just meant to be a typical, like, everything's reversed.
Yeah, exactly.
Here.
Yeah.
Like that's the joke. That's the stereotype.
Yeah, that's it. A few more things I quickly want to touch on. They put in this translation section. So like for hot dog or sausage, we call them snags. For ketchup, it's tomato sauce. They say cookie. We say biscuit. For biscuit, we say scone. For candy.
What do they say for cracker though?
Well, the crackers isn't mentioned. Funny enough. Maybe crackers aren't real.
My headphones are about to die.
Oh, okay, it's fine.
Is it 8:30?
It's 8:20.
Yeah, well, in Troy time, it's 8:30.
Oh, okay.
Troy time is the best time.
But yeah, so there's a whole bunch of translations they have here. Sweater is a jumper, flip flop thong. Now, a hike.
Can we go back to the?
Which one are we going back to?
Can we go back to the hot dog?
So yeah,
sausage,
they call them
right?
So snag. We call them snags.
No, but we call them sausages or snags. But snags are colloquialism.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, that sounds right.
We actually call them sausages.
Yeah.
Like you throw a snag on the barbie, but you go and buy some sausages.
Mm.
Like I don't know many people that go, all right, I'm going to go buy some snags.
Yeah.
But you say they call them hot dogs, but are they different or not? Because I think hot dogs are actually different.
I think this person didn't really clarify properly which
Courtney just confirmed because we've got hot dogs in Australia.
Yeah.
But we've also got sausages.
I think the hot dog you're talking about is the wiener. They call them wieners. I'm pretty sure.
I thought they called them hot dogs. Isn't that what they call hot dogs? Wieners,
yeah, but the
wieners are hot dogs.
The meat is the wiener, I believe.
Okay, so
yeah.
But do they call hot dog? Is that in that case are hot dogs wieners or are they sausages?
I don't know, but I feel like they use wieners for their hot dogs. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe that's what I'm claiming.
I mean, yeah. Can't use anything but a wiener for a hot dog.
Look, we could talk about this forever. I'm going to quickly move on because Troy Times is limited.
Troy time is all of the time.
So they say, "How are you doing?" We say, "How are you?" They say, They say, "How are you doing?" We say, "How are you going?" Which is funny because like doing sounds like you're actually busy as opposed to going.
Connie's just handed me her phone and it says it's good. She's googled hot dogs versus sausages. Sorry, continue. What were you saying?
Oh, doesn't really matter. How are you doing versus how are you going? So they say how are you doing versus how are you going, which is hilarious because doing sounds like you're busy. Like, how are you doing? Oh, I'm doing the painting in the house.
You're having a win? I got told a guy said to me, "You having?" Oh no, someone said to me, "You having a win," and it was the first time I heard it. Like,
yeah, are you? No. They say, "Are you winning? Are you winning?"
No. Are you having a win?
Oh,
Are you winning? Yeah, are you winning? That's it. Yeah, I've had both asked. Are you winning or are you having a win? And I'm sitting there. First time I heard it, I was like, "What the fuck?" Yes.
What are you saying? Yeah, exactly.
And it's literally, why didn't you just ask me, you going good? You doing all right?
Well, this comes up because how are you doing versus how you going. You're welcome versus that's all right. Good for you versus good on ya. No problem.
Do you know what was worse?
Too easy.
Do you know?
Eager. Keen.
Stop it.
A lot. It hurts heaps. I fully agree with you. Bloody oath, mate. No problem.
No, it's not bloody oath. It's no.
Oh, no, that's coming up. So they say yes and then go, nah, yeah. No, yeah, nah. And finally,
I love your American.
To complain.
No.
To have a whinge.
Yeah, having a win. I love it.
So yeah, that's part one.
I can't do an American. For me to do an American accent, I have to pretend to act. Whenever I try to act, I sound American. So, it's like, are you having a whinge? I am complaining. Yes.
I am complaining about.
I am upset about this. Oh, you're mad? Yes, I am upset.
The part two one I'm quickly going to mention is some people think we speak Austrian as opposed to English because Austria, very similar.
I speak Austrian. Das mit Johnny coming. It's nice. It's loose. You mustn't do it.
They say, is it always 100? Is it 100 degrees in Australia all year? Well, then they don't know that we use Celsius. They use Fahrenheit. So if it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit, it's 38 degrees Celsius here in Australia. But yeah, everyone thinks that our dad is the crocodile guy. So that's not a knife. Everyone thinks our dad is.
Guy.
Yeah, I forget Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee is my dad.
I heard your government took your guns away. No, we demanded it for gun safety. We didn't want people shooting people all the time. Unlike America, right? People think Canberra is a car.
Take a drive in my Canberra.
Yeah, I'm going to drive my Canberra. And
it does kind of sound like a car, actually.
It kind of does.
Have you tried the new Melbourne salad?
And the last one, the last one I want to say is the question is: do you start surfing when you're toddlers? Just because we've got good beaches doesn't mean we always surf. None of us all surf.
Yes, that is true. Actually, we all start surfing when we're toddlers.
Yeah.
Courtney's hearing this one-sided conversation. She's like, "What?
What is he talking about?" Yeah. So yeah, that wraps up my American thing that I was talking about. So yeah, that was a good 20 minutes off, almost, if even more. Americans have so much to learn. The problem is there's so many Americans to educate about Australia. It's just not worth it.
I'd love for you to go to America and like some other people are like, man, that Australian guy needs to get educated.
Yeah, basically.
That man over there.
That guy.
I'd rather do the southern accent.
Oh, you mean like this?
No. I mean the what's the word? Educated southerner. Now listen here, Jackson.
No, you don't.
You need to understand.
You mean the sophisticated.
We like things a certain way over at the Colonel's house.
That's not
and
bad.
We do love this chicken.
That's not
like
bad.
No tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
I have lots of practice thanks to Rooster Teeth. Did
you know Kentucky is nowhere near Texas?
What?
Did you know Kentucky? Kentucky is nowhere near Texas. It's actually just below Ohio.
It's another state. I know that. Isn't it?
No, Kentucky is a city.
Oh, it's a city.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, now we're educating Australians about America here.
Oh, yeah, all right, Jackson, here's a good one for you. Is Washington a state or a city?
Well, there's both. There's Washington State and then there's
Ah,
Washington DC.
yeah. Right. Good question,
I know
Jackson.
this. You can't get past me. I know too much about geography about America.
What was the one? What was the one I got confused? Like I thought it was Canada, but it was America.
Oh,
like the state.
The state. No, it was the other way around.
It wasn't Toronto. It was
Oregon. No.
No, it wasn't Oregon. I know that's American, and I know Toronto's.
No, Oregon is. Yeah, you're correct. It is American. Yeah, I can't.
Toronto's Canada. That's their capital, isn't it?
Canada's capital is Ottawa, I think.
I was thinking of Vancouver.
No, Vancouver's on the west. Vancouver is Canadian, but it's on the west.
Okay, so it was like right near. It was like right at the border. It was a border state in America.
Yeah.
What was it?
Don't know.
I'm gonna quickly go from Google. We got time.
Yeah.
So I got time to Google.
Actually, it's your turn to bring up what you want to talk about tonight.
Oh, well, I didn't really want to talk about anything tonight, and I didn't have anything. I just Googled America instead of the American map. I'm just getting their flag and Eagles post.
Give me some top 5 random facts about America, Troy, off the top of your head.
They got free refills in most restaurants.
I mean, we have them too. Just actually, no, Hungry Jack's.
Only in Hungry Jack's.
Yeah, true.
Only in Hungry Jack's. They got
What about
they got a lot of gun. They got.
Do Lazy Bones have refill?
They've got for every 17. I think there's one gun for every 17 people.
That sounds about
in
right.
America.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Now the question is, how do we get the other 16?
That's a good question. The other 16. Oh god.
Yes, I'm just looking: Minnesota, Michigan, New York, Maine, Ohio, Indiana.
There's a whole
Illinois.
lot of...
They got so many states.
In the northeast. It's just a cluster of states. Really, it's just ridiculous.
North. Oh yeah, I'm saying, is New Jersey considered a state?
Yeah, it is. It is.
What?
Yeah.
New York's a state. I thought New York was the city.
Sorry, New York State is it's actually right. So get this.
Oh, New York State and New York City. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So New York City is the capital of New York State, which is.
Oh man, that's not confusing at all.
No, not at all.
I'm glad I don't live in Victoria. Where are you from? New York, New York.
Well, that's completely valid though, because yeah. Although, get this right. Oops, stopped over my microphone. Yeah. Get this though. So there's two New York NFL teams, right? The problem is with them is that they both play their stadium. No. The New York Giants and the New York Jets. They are NFL teams. Their stadium, their home ground, is in New Jersey.
Jersey, yeah. Going back to Jersey, boy. I can't do it. There was gonna be.
I'm not sure. There was going to be a thing.
Don't worry about it.
There was going to be a lawsuit against those teams. Because they're not actually from New York, even though they play in New Jersey.
I'm from Jersey.
Hey, this guy over here is trying to be too. Don't
worry about it.
Did you listen to that episode of Shock Bill when Bob did the two toes Johnny? That's the accent you're trying to do.
Yes, sort of.
Two toes Johnny. That's the New York accent that you're trying to do.
What I wanted to do was the Little Karibo accent from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Mm-hmm. Oh no, it wasn't Little Karibo. It's a character. It's a Japanese character called. The actual Japanese name is Jinosuke.
Jinosuke.
And when they dubbed Yu-Gi-Oh, they named him Joey.
Yep. Oh, okay.
So in the abridged version, they gave him a Brooklyn accent. He's like, "Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, you. I got you back."
Oh, goodness me. Yeah, America's funny. All right. So if you, no rush.
Yeah, funny it is.
No rush for me. All right. So the next
week on the podcast, we'll talk about Das Verdon, your comrade Russia, the mother end.
No, I was going to talk about one more thing before we end, and that was the news.com.au.
That was meant to be the main thing.
Well, this is gonna. Well, I mean,
you literally told me earlier today. Yeah, we're going to talk about news.com.au, and then we just turned into the difference between America and Australia. And we've probably gotten everything in America wrong. They're like some American friend of yours is listening, and they're just like, "Oh, Jackson. Oh no, that's not right.
It's fine.
No, that's wrong.
It's fine.
Stop.
It's honestly fine.
You've ostracized your audience.
Anyway.
Your base, Jackson, everybody knows your base is America and Japan.
What was that, sorry? The base?
Your audience base is America and Japan.
Yeah, but not all Japanese know English very well, so it's okay.
That's true. But the ones who truly care about Splatoon do.
Yeah, nah, maybe.
I swear, every time I've watched one of your live streams, there's been some Asian name there in their character in their caricatures.
No, that's.
I say Asian because I don't know if it was Japanese or if it was some other I don't know, Eastern writing.
All right, so
you know what I'm talking about?
Yes and
no. Like when the live streams, whenever you start a game.
Well, no, you're talking about Splatoon.
The names of your teammate. Yes.
Yeah, but that's actually legitimate Japanese players because the game in Japan is huge. It's like the fourth or the fifth highest. It's the fourth or highest played game in Japan.
You seen any Middle Eastern caricatures come up?
I don't think there's a keyboard for Islamic or anything like that. I don't think there is. But it's funny because I have got people in my Discord and who I play the game with who are actually from the UAE, so United Arab Emirates. But they don't have any of the characters none of the Islamic or Hebrew.
They have to type everything in English, or?
Well, I'm assuming it's yes and
like
no.
Like the character's name, is it in English or?
Yes, English. Yes, it would have to be yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Nintendo's got to work harder.
Well, they do have some issues for some reason, right? I know we're getting off topic a bit here, but apparently Brazil, I don't know why, Brazil has a massive Sega following more than Nintendo. They sell more Sega stuff in Brazil than they do Nintendo.
But Sega doesn't really exist anymore, and anything that is Sega is Nintendo.
That's right. But yeah, that's just some weird
Don't worry, I'll tell you what it is. It's Ugandan Knuckles. Come, my brother. I will show you the way. The way to Sonic Adventure 2.
That ship set sail a long time ago.
Yes, but it had a big impact.
Yes, on VR chat.
Jackson, the thing is that ship sailed, right? But that ship will always be remembered in our hearts.
That's
like
true.
The Titanic.
That's very true. Yeah. All right.
Also, it can always come back.
Suppose?
Let me ask you a simple question, right? What? Oh, hold on. I was trying to think of the song. What was that called? We're no strangers to love.
You know the rules, and so do I.
You know the truth.
Rules. It's the rules, not the truth, you idiot.
So, let me ask you a question. Has that ship sailed?
Well, that's not a ship because you said the wrong song, but that's okay.
But I was trying to rickroll you.
I know, you failed miserably because
That's what it was. I was trying to think of it and I couldn't think of it. Never gonna let you down. Gonna run around.
This guy, I don't.
Has that shit sailed?
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I swear.
Jackson, that's the whole point of this conversation.
That's right, that guy. He's a good actor, guy. He's really good.
Who, me?
Yeah, this guy.
Are you live streaming?
This guy, yes.
Oh.
Yes. No one's on chat, which is a good thing. But yeah,
you're on. With me, right? I'm on on my screen. You're on the right side.
So you're over there, but my screen, you're over here.
There you go. Yeah. So when you're pointing over there, you're literally just pointing to the edge of my computer. You're pointing at the wall, yeah. Am I pointing at you or am I pointing away from
comedy? You're pointing towards my computer. So
am I pointing at you?
No, you're not. You're pointing the wrong way.
At my screen, I'm pointing at you.
Well, too
That's
bad.
right. So if I do that,
yeah, now you're pointing at. Yeah.
What am I pointing at now?
Your finger. You're pointing your
You
finger.
know, we still got. You know, according to my recording, there's still 10 minutes left here.
That's fine, because I'm going to use some of that now. We're going to get serious into some deep investigative journalism. I don't know why I said it like that, but I just felt like
sounds good.
it.
And then next week, will Troy buy a new computer? Will he talk about it?
Gosh, we'll talk about it after this if we have time, but just dang no. Yeah.
No, I was talking about next time. Next time. But anyway.
Okay.
What was it? Worldnews.com?
No, just news.com.au. So the good old Rupert
Prestige
Murdoch.
Worldwide.
The Rupert Murdoch colony. The amazing journalism
Who's
that
Rupert
goes
Murdoch?
on this. He's an old dude who owns half the media stuff place. He runs all the.
I was going to say I've heard the names so many times.
Yeah.
And with conspiracy theories and stuff. I think
he's an American Australian or Australian American or something. I don't know how to explain him.
Julian Assange.
He's just an Australian.
I know.
But yeah, anyway, so I decided to go through this website. Just mainly want to check out their amazing articles that they have on there. Quite a lot of variety, I must say. But something I've been noticing lately is their little headlines. You know, that little clickbait title that wants you to click. You want to make you click on that link because you want to find out what the news is or whatever.
I just have one question beforehand. Have you been recording your screen?
I am, yes.
Okay, good. So that means that if you click, so you're on the article, it will come up in your video.
Well, actually, no, I'm not going to do that because that's going to ruin my stream. But it's okay.
Okay. So you are streaming?
Yes, and recording.
Oh, no. Is that what?
So,
has chat said anything?
That's fine. I don't care. Why? First one. Now, this falls under the money topic. Why Aussies are burning their cash. A common and alarming trend has spread across Australia where people are burning their banknotes. Why do we think people are burning their banknotes, Troy? Give me wrong answers only.
Because they're cold?
That's what I was going to say.
What do you mean why, Jackson? This isn't rocket science. You burn stuff because you're cold. It's to warm up. Like what kind of dumb question is that? Why are people burning cash? I don't know. If they were in America, probably to be arrested.
Oh, it's just because the picture they use, right? I think it's a pile.
Is it someone holding cash on fire?
No. It's a picture. It looks like someone's got like a bunch of $50 notes, and they've it's half burned. It's like some part of it's still good, but like most of them are.
So it's not even. They could have at least gotten a photo of one on fire.
Well, okay. Now this is where I failed because I've actually had to click on the link to see if there actually is a photo with that.
If you search burning cash in your hands, it'll come up.
Oh my gosh, this is not good. This is not good. I don't like this, Troy. I'm going to have to get you to check Discord in a second because these photos are just very, very. I'm going to screw. Okay.
You know, I've been playing Rocket League this whole time.
I'm aware.
Just in training, just constantly hitting the ball. I'm really good at hitting this ball. It helps when there's no one else going for it.
That's fine. I'm just going to close this
out. You just laughed at that.
That photo is
uploaded. I don't really want to look at it because it said unknown PNG.
That's fine.
What the heck is that?
Yeah, that's burnt money.
Is that? Oh, because it's plastic.
That's burnt money.
That's a couple of thousand there. Those are hundreds. Those are 50s. Those are 10s. Are those a bunch of 20s?
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
The red one.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like something from a horror movie.
It's
like rotten flesh.
It looks disgusting.
My main question is, what were they doing on the table beforehand? Because the table's got a bunch of scratches in it.
That is right, yeah.
I'm more concerned about that. What did they do to that table before they got the cash and burnt it?
It must have been. All I'll say, it must have been pretty cold. Must have been very, very.
You know what happens? The video comes with the video titled "What happens when you burn money?" Well, if it's our money, it melts because it's plastic.
Yeah, exactly.
I tell you, that's one thing America's got for them when it comes to being environmentally friendly. Paper cash.
It's just so bizarre that that's a news article, but like the way they the clicking titles, like why are Aussies burning cash? There's some average jar there thinking like, I wonder why they're actually burning the cash for. Is the heater not working? Did they run out of campfire wood?
I mean, hey, they got you, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I mean, Yeah, I just want to see if there were any actual photos of it on fire. But yeah.
No, in all seriousness, is it satirical, like burning as in wasting money, or is it?
There must be a.
Sorry, is it metaphorical? Is it metaphorical
probably,
as in they're wasting money, or is it their actual burning cash? Because if I were to read a news article like that, titled that, I'd actually have that split moment where it's like, I want to know which it is, and I think that's how they get you. They want you to guess, like, are they actually burning cash or are they just wasting money?
Yeah. No, that's.
And then you want to know why Australians are wasting money.
Yeah. Anyway.
What does it say on the article, Jackson?
I didn't go into it. I just want to move on to the next one because now the way news.com.au work, right, is with their news article link. So I'm highlighting over this article that's titled "Star Slams Buzz Lightyear Movie." Someone's having a go at the new Buzz Lightyear movie? What? But literally all you have to do is you highlight over the thumbnail of the thing, and it says in the link, the preview link down the bottom, it says Patricia Heaton slams Disney for castrating Buzz Lightyear and replacing Tim Allen. So you don't have to read the article to know what's going on.
Did you say castrating?
Castrating. That's what it says in the preview link.
It's castrating.
Shut up, I don't care. I'm the average Joe.
It's castration.
That's why I thought it didn't sound right. But yeah.
Do Australians call it castration or castration?
I don't know.
Find out next week.
I just found it dumb, like a spoiler alert. You could just highlight over the article link and it'll tell you what it is. Oh, here's a good one for you, Troy. Aussie stunned by a brilliant. This Aussie stunned by a brilliant German road rule. Even an Aussie traveller has taken note of a little-known custom in Germany while driving on the nation's famous autobahn. Can you tell me what you think that rule is?
Sorry, too many words. Start again.
So some Aussie backpack was driving on the autobahn in Germany.
Oh, in Germany.
And they'd taken there was a certain rule that they were surprised by.
What? That you must go over 100 kilometers an hour? Or over? It was that, wasn't it? It was. You have to go over 100 on the autobahn. Isn't it? That was the rule.
Yeah, you can go up to 200 k's. That's the obvious rule.
You can or you have to, because I think it's like 100 or 150. You have to go that speed. There's no dawdling on the autobahn. You dawdle on the autobahn, you kill everyone on there, especially yourself.
Yeah.
Those car pile-ups, they're like friggin' something from a movie, like from the Blues Brothers movie.
So this is the thing that they're so stunned by. They put up a video on TikTok saying when there's a crash on the highway, everybody automatically parks up on the side so that when the emergency service comes through, they can quickly come to the crash site.
Yeah. And push all the cars to the side.
I'm so stunned. Why doesn't that happen everywhere? Like, oh my gosh. This should be everywhere. Yeah, righto, cool. Next.
Well, because when you're late to work, your boss yells at you.
Yeah.
And it's like there was an accident on the freeway.
And
that wasn't my fault. Excuse me. You should have gone to work an hour earlier.
The whole thing about the autobahn is it's meant to be a massive freeway where you can just bypass things that you need to go by and whatnot. But yeah. Because, like, in Melbourne, obviously, traffic is absolutely horrendous at best. And, like, yeah,
I don't know about that. I think our traffic isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's just only bad when the roadworks. But, yeah.
I mean, the roadworks is a nightmare. Like, it's practically done. It's still 80 kilometers an hour. Why is it still 80 kilometers an hour? Why is it 100 in that little patch, but everywhere else it's 80? Really grinds my gears.
Yeah, Monash, come on, Monash, get it together.
I'm doing 80 kilometers an hour. Why is everyone doing 90 around me? Oh, sweet, it's 100. Why are you still doing 90? I'm doing 100. You overtook me like 5 minutes ago. Why am I now overtaking you? Oh, we're back to 80. Oh, you're overtaking me again. Either do the speed limit or speed.
Yeah.
None of this going slower than the speed limit and then faster and then you either pick a lane. You either go slower, the exact speed, or faster. You can't do all three.
Yeah. Oh,
Courtney.
good involvement there, Courtney. Yeah, it's so dumb, makes no sense. But yeah, Autobahn's pretty good. But anyway, haven't been on it, but yeah, it's apparently good things. Last article. Yeah, go on.
The person was shocked because everyone moved their cars to the side.
Yeah, so people which makes sense, but like in Australia, like because we have such a diverse range of drivers who don't know what to do, they panic when they see an emergency vehicle. People just like yeet, just drive off the road.
No, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. It's because people are how should I put this? Selfish. Yes, people are selfish.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah,
and you can see that because of the fact that you've got that like the lane. There's literally like X's to tell you not to go on that lane, and you know there's at least 5 or 6 people every minute or two who go down that lane, and it's like the lane's been cut off for a reason. They've blocked you shouldn't be in this lane. Don't drive in this lane and then go, oh, the traffic's ending. Oh, there's the accident. I better pull back into traffic and slow everyone else down.
Yeah, because that'll make it good for all of us.
I'm about to use the C word, but it would be a bad idea.
Yeah,
another thing, going back to the whole America versus Australia thing, we use the C word a lot more than they do, and they consider it more of an insult than we do.
That is, yeah. True.
Like I mean, when you've got people in Parliament using it,
that's true. Yeah. Speaking of Parliament,
and I'm only saying I would use the word, but you're a family-friendly podcast, Jackson, or family-friendly channel.
Kind of.
Also, Courtney doesn't like when I use the word.
Yeah, good girl, Courtney. Good wife.
Except when I'm in extreme pain or anger.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Apparently, yelling when you're in pain helps the adrenaline rush to the pain area to help it numb a bit. But anyway.
No, you know what helps more than yelling? Swearing.
I suppose.
That is best. It does a similar, if not more better effect.
Yeah. All right, last article I want to bring up. Now I know this is just this clever use of words, but like this is again me thinking literally. Okay, so the title is "One Question Makes Energy Minister Explode." Like literally, someone asked him something, and the dude went and died.
Oh my goodness, Jackson!
If killing people was only that easy about asking one specific question, that it'll just trigger them to go bang.
Come on, come on! You're better than this, Jackson.
I just thought it was funny because like
the
average Joe wouldn't really understand. Like,
I'm starting to worry because I can't tell anymore if this is a bit or whether you actually think
it is a bit. The whole thing about this news thing is a bit.
I know, but it's just
because news.com.au
your sarcasm is worse than skills. Your sarcasm is so much worse than skills.
Don't care, it's fine.
Oh my goodness. And he literally exploded. Like, how did you explode? What? One question made the guy literally explode? It reminds me of that movie. I want to see it, but it's called Scanners. I haven't seen it. I just heard there's a scene where the guy's head explodes.
Sounds like a parody movie.
Oh man, I can't wait until the news article says he erupted, and you're like, he erupted? What came out of him?
Oh, you have to understand people do find that kind of stuff funny. They're like thinking literally about things because like you can do this with music lyrics. Like you take music lyrics out of a song, put it into a literal sense. It'd be just silly.
Find out which actor fell for love. What? How do you fall for love?
Did they fall off a bridge? I'm sorry. There's probably people watching and listening who are
I went out onto stage for my acting audition, and my mother said, "Break a leg out there." What a rude bitch! I can't believe she wants me to break my leg. So ridiculous. I'm mother.
The beauty about doing this with you, Troy, is that there's people like me who find this stuff funny, and there's people like you who over here that find not as funny, but you can see they see the same point of view as you were just saying then.
I mean, I find it funny. It's just it's not the joke. It's your what's the word I'm looking for here?
Delivery?
Not presentation.
The delivery?
Delivery.
Yeah.
The delivery. What? Are you telling me that he blew up?
Look, blame news.com.au for this stupid wording, right? This is why I'm taking. This is why I'm taking the piss. This is a really good bit because news.com.au are not for journalism integrity or integrity. You know what I'm trying to say there. Their journalism integrity is not that great. So,
all right, hold on a second. I have to go here.
Oh, here we
so
go.
You said news.com, right?
News.com.au.
News.com.au. Let's go to breaking news.
Breaking news.
Okay. WTO deals. What the? What the who?
What the?
No,
what the owl?
It says here breaking news. WTO deals still within sight after all night arm twisting.
The preview
says. Now I'm looking at it for your. Oh man,
that's twisting arms.
They really twisted it. They really got their arms twisted in this one, boys. Like I got a red skin right here.
You see, it's the stupid wording people can take literally. Want to feel smug? Want to feel smug?
Early farewell to World Cup bound Socceroo. That poor kangaroo.
Socceroos to farewell fans with match against New Zealand in September. That's what the preview is. It says here
early farewell.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just looking at the football one.
Yeah,
but it says here early farewell for World Cup bound Socceroo.
Yeah.
That poor kangaroo.
That poor.
There you go. You got it.
Soccer ball feet or something.
Giants to make AFL debut after physical transformation.
Yeah, he got a.
I'm stuck in. I want to know. Oh, is it a man or a woman?
He got a nose job. They got a nose job.
Did he get a nose job? He got it. Is that actually what he got? Is it a guy or a girl? Did they get a sex change?
I don't know.
Here we go. We got the actual. Here we go. Young gun. Oh, what a gun. Ryan Bang Bang.
Is he a shotgun or is he like a little pistol?
Ryan Agwin. Sorry if I got his name wrong, but
who?
To make AFL Ryan, I don't know, Angwin.
Angwa, yeah, probably. I don't know.
Agwa? I've never seen ANG.
I'm trying to find it myself.
Like NGW without a vowel near it. It's weird.
I can't find
to make AFL due after packing on kilos since being drafted. So he's a big boy now.
He's a big boy.
He's become a big boy.
He's a big boy.
Oh, look at this. This is quality ride. Giants debut Ryan tips the scales and almost tips the scale. He knocked him over. He knocked him over. At 82 kilos these days. What was it? He was 74 and now he's 82.
Damn, those scales must have been pretty big to tip over.
Oh my goodness, these guys are so young looking. They don't look like they're any good at football.
Oh, it's just here he is. Oh, this is the guy. Right, Angwin.
Anguish.
It's like penguin, but angry penguin. Angwin. That's how they got his name.
I would have preferred Angry Penguin puts on the pants of football. Debut. But seriously, debut after physical transformation. I put on 10 kilos.
Yeah, I got a nose job. Got my teeth done.
Oh, no. I muted myself.
Oh, no, I can still hear you. It's fun.
You can still hear me, but how long was I muted?
Who knows?
Who knows, indeed.
You can use my audio if you want, but it's fine.
I think I was only muted for a second there, hopefully.
Okay, cool. All right.
That's a damn.
Yeah.
Are you recording me as well?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, sweet. So I don't even have to send you my audio.
No, you don't have to. No. So yeah, I'm just going to go through this article that you've handpicked. Angwin was buzzing. He's literally turned to a bee now.
No, he's just flying around like that.
After McVeigh broke the selection news to him. Oh, way to break it. Jeez, you had one job and you broke it. There was a preseason concussion that last year that rocked him. Must have been a good rock flaming show or something. Hamstring tightness. I can't play on words with that. He will finally play his first senior game. You can get pretty easily frustrated, he said. It's been unfortunate start to the year.
Oh, look, I found one. Why Aussies are burning their cash. That sounds interesting.
That sounds awful familiar, actually.
And oh my goodness, that phone on fire.
Yeah, Yeah.
Oh, it's just about... Australians have money to burn. Literally.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we have money to burn.
Oh yeah, with money to burn. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because the interest rates didn't go up at all.
Mm. Also, quick one to finish up here. Quick one to finish. Frosty Zoom reception for controversial boss. What happened? Did his Zoom freeze?
I do love it how because there's all these articles here, and you're talking about these ones. I love it how you skip the ones where it's like young child dies with COVID-19.
I didn't want to pick that.
Scoutmaster used camps for sex with boys. Second teen charged after fatal KFC brawl.
KFC brawl? What? What was that?
2-year-old charged with relation brawl broke out in northwestern New South Wales KFC car park. And oh wow! I don't want to read the next part. Let's just say they got charged for more than a brawl.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Let's just say the brawl led to a lot more going on.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks good. YouTube Shorts touts 1.5 BM users.
Billion.
Taking on billion users, yeah. Taking on TikTok.
Yeah. Find out who dies next week.
Oh no! This one is both really horrible. Oh no, I can't. It says mum smoked 4 bongs before fatal crash.
Oh, that's not fatal.
Some of these are sad.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't choose to read those ones. So yesterday or the day before, I noticed there was a lot of
giving people a fantasy world, Jackson. People need to know the truth. That's what news.com's about. It's about the truth.
There's a line though.
Truth.
There's a line. 2 days ago, there were 3 articles about couples being caught publicly getting it on.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Hold on. Nice. Anyway, we're up to 60 minutes or something.
Yeah, we can start wrapping up. But yeah, that's the show for today. Yeah, that was kind of
definitely nothing sad or offensive added in there. No sprinkles of things of bad stuff.
But to be fair though, this episode was a bit more calmer as opposed to the previous episode where we're all over the shop, topsy turvy. This episode really good thing.
I looked at the stuff that drew my attention was the sad things, and that's how they get you.
Disappointed.
You know how bad news is worse than the good news.
What's that?
The term. So.
Oh yeah.
So basically, people are more interested in shocking or bad news or interesting news.
They overused the word shock. Literally used over the word shock. They didn't do it today, but yesterday there were like 6 of these article things having the word shock in the thing.
I know I should become a journalist.
Yeah, you'd be good at it. Anyone can do it.
All you have to do is write shocking revelation. Podcast guy. Does a podcast?
No. Podcast guy thinks he can become a journalist in 30 days.
And he do it? Find out tonight on 60 Minutes.
Oh, gosh. Well, I think that's about it for today's episode of the Average Blokes Podcast. That episode was wild. This episode was a little bit more wild than I thought it would be, which is good.
That's what you want. You want it to be wild. So, should we end it with... I was thinking this, right? So should we end the episodes with are you having a win? Or should we start them with you're having a win?
I feel like at the start would be a good way to do it.
All right, then, sweet. We'll do it next time. But until then, are you having a win, Jackson?
I just keep on winning.
Oh, yeah. One more thing I was going to say about the whole... I think it's colloquialism. I think I'm using the right term.
Yep.
Even though the first time I heard you having a win was confusing, it was so much less confusing than working with a Scottish guy who said to me, "You can?" He came. I comes up to me. "Oh yeah, I'm trying. You can?
You can?
And I was really like, what? Am I keen? What?" And he's like, and he just stared at me and went, "You can? You can?" And I was like, what do you want from me? And he goes, "You can?"
Oh, goodness me. Yeah. Scottish people are great, though. You just can't understand the words they're saying.
And then I asked him what he meant, and he said, "Oh, you're doing good, or you're right."
Yeah.
And then after that, I'd always go, he'd go, "You can try?" And I go, "Yep."
Well, that's the beauty of the world. Every country's different, which is kind of cool. But yeah, America needs to get better at stuff. Learn how to speak properly.
Why you got to rip into the
Troy, good eye, mate.
Good eye, mate.
Put that on.
See, you joke about that, but I swear there's people that probably actually say it like that. Oh yeah, good.
If you're an
American, good eye, mate.
If you're an American and you're watching or listening to this right now, say this to yourself right now to sound like an Australian. Say, "Good eye, mate," and that's how you sound Australian.
And instead of, don't say light, okay? Say loit, loit.
Loit.
Now let me go turn off the loit.
Oh, you got to turn off the light, mate. You got to turn off the light.
Yeah. All right, I'll turn off the light.
You really got to stretch out the eye. Light.
Yeah, true.
But yeah.
Also, Jackson, it's castle.
Oh, true. You're right. Yes.
Wait. Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Castle, not castle.
No, it's castle, not castle.
No, you had it right the first time. Plants. It's a nuclear power plant.
It's Berwick.
It's Berwick. It's Berwick. It's not. I've heard people call it Berwick, and I'm like, no, it's Berwick.
This is.
I know. I've been there plenty of times.
This is just a poor example of what it's like between state and state here in Australia. But yeah, obviously it'd be different between America as well as Australia. But anyway,
well, let's go. Uncultured swine.
Uncultured swine. Oh gosh.
You're uncultured swine.
All right. Yes. Okay. Shush. I rest my case as don't know what case I'm resting, but I'm resting it anyway. Thank you much, guys, for watching or listening to this episode of the Average Blokes Podcast. If you liked it, leave a like, comment below on what part of this madness that you really enjoy, and share some thoughts of your own in the comments below. We might read out some of your comments on the next episode if you're commenting along. But yes, thank you for Troy. Thank you again for joining me, Troy. Where can people find you if you're posting anything?
I don't know. At Presticles on YouTube, I guess. But I haven't posted any. There's nothing there yet. I haven't even posted the gameplay and the other podcasts.
Yeah, because didn't you have SYC? No, what was that horror game you played? I thought you had that on your YouTube channel, but did you get rid of it?
I've got a few little things on my YouTube channel, but I always post videos. I'm not happy with them after 6 months.
Okay.
I hide them.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, you can follow me.
Still be there.
Okay. You guys can follow me on Twitter.
Wacko.
Wacko __ at the end. The O at the end is a 0. On YouTube, you're probably watching on this channel right now. But otherwise, I haven't got around to making this on Spotify yet, but I'll try to get there.
I love the professionalism in your voice.
Oh, thank you, Roy. Thank you, Roy. Thank you.
What?
Professionalism.
What?
This show is brought to you by professionalism.
I take it back.
Oh.
I take back everything. All right. Have a win.
Have a win. Good night.
Good night. Turn off the light.
Good eye,